boy Final Crash is donned in the drip, so I'll just let that speak for itself. I'll go ahead and get him on for you guys.
Abnormal amount of vertical height because of it. So against this
wall. Alright, so Glitch kind of explained it. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force 5 as a bonus run, which is a great opportunity to show off another Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. So, if you guys watched Chrome's run of Attack on Titan, you heard Izzy say, you know, he didn't really play as Eren much. So I had to get the fit out, had to get ready for this, so we whipped up a little bit of this for the run. Glad I got opportunity. I was going to be hosting the whole time, so it was nice to be able to put a little bit of it on. So, like I said, we have Shrimp Brain here, we have Glitch here, and Shrimp has kept it very cold. So we're going to keep the cloak on for most of this run, but we want an opportunity to kind of show, because once you see the cloak on, it's pretty hard to figure out what's going on here. So give me a second. We kind of got that. If you guys saw DBK's plug-and-play run earlier, there's quite a bit of setup sometimes with some of these runs, but we're all good and comfy now. This run it's going to be a workout. We put the estimate at 140, just because a few of the practice runs yesterday. We're going to bring up the Forbidden Memories just as well, but Tag Force. There's so much to discuss. Let's go ahead and get into it. Timer is going to start on clicking New Game right here. So I'll do a countdown, and let's go ahead and get into it. We'll go on go. So 3, 2, 1, go. So 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, here we go. Tag Force. Tag Force Gaming. Now this is a slow burn to start off with. Relatively slow burn throughout. At the very beginning of this run, they give us 2 starter decks. Each Tag Force game is different in its own way. Uh-oh, that was bad. We don't like that card. What card? We don't like Stray Lambs. Oops. A little bit of a goof right there, I apologize. We want 2 cards from that. We don't want 3. So we had to find the card that we added and remove it real fast. We fixed these settings. This is something we do in Tag Force games. Let's get this real fast. This game, so I speedran a certain magical index earlier. That was on Friday. There was no anxiety with that. There wasn't really any nervous energy. If something bad happened in a fight, so like Meltdowner fighting the Angel, right? If we lose in that fight, we just reset. You reset the fight, get a little bit of time loss, but we're okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really scary. I only do 4 duels, which is not asking for much. If somebody beats me fast, it's fine. Not a lot of time loss. If we get into like a 5-minute duel, I have 500 life points, they have 600, and they clutch it out, 5 minutes down, retry the duel. We all have 8k life points. So you can imagine it gets pretty bad. If you guys watch the Forbidden Memories run, you have the Gauntlet. I mean, nothing is unforgiving as the Gauntlet. I mean, that's 6 duels in a row. We saw Thug clutch it out on the second Gauntlet run, which was crazy. I kept telling our fellow host that there's no way he has this type of luck, but no, he insanely clutched it out. We're hoping to have that kind of luck. We're hoping to channel a little bit of that energy. This game is unique in how we function to get to the end. Like I said, 4 duels. All we have to do is 4 measly duels. But the thing about the Tag Force games, first and foremost, is that you are teaming up with an AI partner, and you do not control their actions. So they're responsible for their own fate, whether that means griefing you or winning you the game. You just never know. They'll do some really dumb things, they'll do some really smart things. We just don't know, it depends. It's kind of scary to think about this game in a marathon format. Honestly, to me, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling in marathon format is a really scary thing overall. we've given ourselves a pretty generous estimate here. So before we were looking, if we were not to lose at all and just have a clean, nice run, sub 1 hour, that would be the ultimate perfect world. If we play it relatively safe, 105 losing 110, we just keep adding 5 minutes, you know, things keep escalating. The more you lose, the more the AI decides to cheat. I mean, they're not cheating, but once you see what they draw, I'm not going to be able to stop them from getting good hands. I'm not going to be able to stop the game from giving me a bad hand. So right now, we are enjoying the less stressful aspect of this run. What we are doing is going through each map, looking for a character called the MC. He has a pompadour, he has a space dandy here. We need to find this guy, save it in front of him, and then fish for RNG. So we have 2 aspects at the very beginning. We need to find this guy. We don't know where he is on any of these maps. Then after that, we need him to give us duel points. Look to the top right. You see DP. So he has to give us 2K. So it's like a 2-part problem, right? Let's find him first. So here's the first questionable marathon aspect of this game. Where is this guy? There's a lot of worlds where you don't find him in a single day, which is terribly unlucky. You can see the time in the background starting to change. So it starts off sunny in the morning, then it slowly pivots to nighttime. We can search just about every map here in a day, but we can't search all of them. So that's why a day will pass sometimes, and this position will reset. So I have to go back through the locations and follow. Oh, wow, look at that. Right there, okay. I mean, I don't know. We don't know what kind of run we're looking for, so that was the first aspect. Now is the second aspect of me mashing too much there. See if I can prop my feet up here. So far, we need him to give us DP. We failed once. It's kind of a weird thing about the way this game functions. This right here is just not time loss. We don't really care about any of this right now. We were going to find the MC. He will give us DP. And then after that, we're going to find Yusei. Yusei is not the best. The main reason that we use Yusei, characters in this game need gifts. When you play this game, something that I like to do is make like a pretty extensive gift guide list. Maybe some of the stuff is on the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord, but on our ASF, we don't have much information on this game. Thaumaterian. So Thaumaterian has the world record in pretty much, oh, it does, in all the Tag Force games. All of his strats are legit. You can follow them pretty easily. You cannot follow dueling skill, right? Dueling is something that takes a lot of practice. I will say, think about a TCG, right? Think about a trading card game. If you think about something serious, there's a lot of reading. There's a lot of reading. Every little detail counts, which makes it really scary. I like to use Hammer Shot as a really good example. Just playing this several times over in a run. Hammer Force is worded, it will destroy a face-up monster on the field with the highest attack, right? It does not specify opponents or yours. So if you don't know that going into it, you play Hammer Shot and you body your own monster, you threw the duel. Something like this is really important to not misplay. I think that's something that makes this kind of interesting too. I'm not saying every duelist is going to play differently, but you'll see some liberties taken. You'll agree or disagree with certain decisions being made. It's my job to misplay as little as I can. There's times when it's going to pay off to play too safe. There's times when being too reckless will be very costly. We're going to hope. I mean, at the end of the day, you just hope the AI draw bad, right? That's the main thing. One of the biggest problems with Yusei, and something you have to consider, and what's a reason why I think he's not viable that much, the opponents that you duel. So Yillister, all right, well, we needed. We need that 2D, we need that 2K right there. No RNG manipulation. So we are non-stop fishing from this guy to get the 2k DP. And once we get it, we're going straight here to the item machine. Now, the best thing, and the reason why I like to use Yusei in this run, Yusei is a lover. And he will just like pretty much any item you give. Like, there are very few things he hates. A beret he might hate, though. There's so many items in this game. We generally have an idea of what... Oh, you would not give Yusei junk? He loves junk. That's his favorite thing ever. That's a rare item, too. You saw it was gold, right? It's really important to not give the AI things that they'll hate. That's a really dangerous thing. I think Yusuke will just... You'll see a funny reaction. If you give him an item that he's just indifferent to, he just won't do anything. But it's not a bad thing. So if his face doesn't move, he'll still accept the item, but... If you want to think about, like, in Persona lands, you know, most of us have played Persona. You think about supports. So you want to keep these guys happy. Like, right here, he hates earplugs. We know that from just recent, right? Just seeing a certain item you remember. I have a, like I said, I have a list that's not currently with me. We're over here at the host hotel. So I don't have the notes for... That's the only thing that I really wish I had for this. If you just have a list of the items that the AI hates, then you can make sure to avoid it in an important run. We don't know. We don't know if Yusei likes or hates a beret. A beret, I'm sorry. We're looking for an AI that has Yusei, and once we find him, like I said, this is the easy part of the run. Anybody can do this. Nothing about this is challenging. It's going to get really scary with the duels. So for now, you gotta endure what is called gameplay in a Tag Force game. What's going to happen now are 3 minigames. We're going to guess cards. Now, this part is a perfect time to get exposed. Because you don't know what all these monsters are. Personally, I don't. Some of them are pretty obvious. This guy's head is big, must be a doctor. Yeah, we can speculate on some of these pretty easy. Sometimes it gets pretty hard. Sometimes we're trying to rush. Yes, that is, what my fellow host said. This is the generic red character in most games. This is actually the character in all the Tag Force games. So if you don't like being a generic guy, then, unlucky. You rolled unlucky. I'll say the reason that I like the Tag Force games because normally in these Yu-Gi-Oh games, you are playing the generic character. You're playing the generic character, no personality. But in the Tag Force games, you get to pick an AI partner. You know, so you do get a little bit of personality. You really shouldn't fight the waves, though. So, Thaumaturgian uses Crow in this. You have to think about who Crow fights. You have to think about how insane the bot goes. Yusei can go pretty crazy with it. If you watch the anime, I watched a few episodes. Definitely haven't finished the first season. So I can't be out here saying all the lore, but... If you watched a few episodes, you know he likes his junk. You know he likes his synchro summons. He actually has cards from the first little season, so it's pretty interesting. You can actually know, based on what he plays, what he's going to synchro summon into. Unfortunately, Yusei doesn't really account for the fact that these AI are criminals. And what they're going to do is have Mirror Force out, Torrential Tribute out. They're going to wave clear every synchro monster ever. They're going to have Lightning Vortex. So the second duel against Sherry and Visor, they both played Lightning Vortex. He likes the break. Okay, so look at, you see Yusei right there? I'm not sure if we'll be able to replicate that. Him doing just the emotionless, but I'll accept the item is really good. Okay, that's bad. So you can see the way the pipes are here. As you gradually go on, each of these minigames gets slightly harder. Not hard enough to really mean any difference, but for this pipe minigame, there's like a, I call it a pre-pipe, right? Basic math is hard, by the way. So if you see me fail these, then I apologize. You know, the brain, you gotta think fast here. You see the time limit. You're trying to combine a tuner and non-tuner to make a synchro. Sometimes you just want to rush. You can't be sitting here looking at this too much. I see a cannon. I wanted to say drill sync on pretty bad, you know? If you had all the time in the world, it probably wouldn't be as bad, but then you'd be sitting here if you got it wrong. So I think being pushed for time is not too bad. That time we totally guessed. That was not what that was. And you say sad for it, and I apologize, you say. This looks like a marine dolphin to me, though. So, the game is kind of playing itself. We play these mini games. We keep doing this over and over again. Then once I run out of things to do, I go give him items. And the reason why, like I said, I use Yusei here is because he likes pretty much anything you give him. It makes this run very safe. If I picked Jack or Akiza, those two characters hate pretty much anything you give them. It makes it very hard to use them without knowing their list. So if I went into the red with them, you see Yusei has a heart right now. That's a good thing. That means if I was to just run out of items and be completely failed, I can team up with him and still raise his heart level. So we can get that first full heart. So right now it's yellow, you see? That's yellow to me. We're trying to make it pink, red, whatever color you want to call that. Then things will be scary. We're good. Oh yeah, so when you give him an item, that's his reaction. So you can kind of judge if he likes it. Like I said, the thing about Yusei is if he smiles, he likes an item a lot. And that just raises the heart level even more. Like the... Here.
The screen with all the little bars connecting, it says like very good, very good, very good. What's that?
Oh, that's the pipe minigame. Sorry, I didn't play the pipe minigame today.
Yeah, explain that.
Oh, okay, yeah. The pipe minigame, you have very good, good, and bad. And you're pretty much just trying to chain all the very goods. So if you've seen a pipe game, I think about Dead Space. I don't know if you guys are Dead Space gamers, but Dead Space has all these somewhat contrived minigames you have to play nonstop. So you're just trying to get the electricity pulse to get to the very bottom. And you're trying to match all the very goods together. So that's why I goofed it that one time, because sometimes the pipes are aligned beforehand. So I didn't notice that I was rushing. So I goofed the input, then I griefed it by re-putting it back to that one. So if you mess up, you gotta catch yourself. Good, very good's fine, but any bad is not a good time. We're now on to the first duel. 4 duels. Only 4 duels. Somehow, 4 duels is an hour long. Welcome to the world. So let's watch Yusei. I am not playing the game. I'm not playing the game at all. Yusei is playing the game. So Yusei, turn 1, the first monster this guy played. Look at my hand. So this game is kind of weird. I'll be honest, it's kind of weird. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get torrential yeah. We can go over cards. So what happens in this game is like we have time. If you guys want to know what torrential tribute does, oh, okay, heavy storm. I mean, I don't know. Weird, right? My widespread ruin value is gone now. I mean, that's a pretty crazy start if you ask me. Torrential tribute, heavy storm. These are the deadweight AI, by the way. This is the first easy duel. We got it, you know, we can't cope. We can't cope right away. That's not how you play this game, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I can do this for a little bit. I do like the music in this game. It gets better when you fight Ylister. I'll be let's have a fellow host over here. I'll be chatting up if there's any questions or something he has. If I'm not explaining something too clearly, they'll give me a chance to answer. Explain a little bit more. Okay, so Heavy Storm clears all of the trap spell cards, any magic cards you got. So it makes it a godlike card. And Torrential Tribute is it only normal summons? This game, you have to be able to read. You know, reading is really scary. But if you can't read in this game, you kind of get bodied for free. So we have a weird play here. I don't like this. What we're going to do here, we're going to Regeki break this card right here. Then we're going to play this card. Actually, I could just throw this right here. I guess we could just do that now. For Regeki break, what happens is... Oh, how corny is this guy, right? Okay, so Regeki break, I discard a card from my hand to destroy a card on the field. So I would be able to destroy this beefy guy right here. But, I mean, so... The AI's decks play off of each other really well, so there's no telling if this guy's going to special summon or tribute summon something else. We just run the risk of getting completely exploded. It's fine. It's really good to play this right now, in my opinion. Because this card, if you discard a card, it returns something on the field. So he would have probably chosen this card and screwed me over. Which means that I pretty much committed to this play, right? That's kind of how I'm looking at it. And that's exactly what I talked about. Because their decks play off each other, they got the Doom tokens out, and this guy gets to play off of the other character's Doom tokens. You are using a default deck. So I'm also Tag Force 3 a little bit. The AI, generally, you make a deck around the character that you teamed up with. That game has a lot of rules, by the way. Much different from this one. We spend a lot of our times in the dating sim. By the way, I might FF here, honestly. We can stall out here pretty good, but it may be completely useless. You can look at our life, look at their life. I mean, the Heavy Storm, Torrential Tribute start. Oh, it didn't look like we misplayed anywhere, really. We were Gecky break something important. You know what? You say he's just dead here, huh? Alright, let's go. I said dying early is fine. If we're going to lose fast and early. Just go next, right away. There was a chance that we should have just reset right away. We don't like to lose. Yeah. So, Wind Blast would have gotten to send one of their cards. You can remove it from play. Oh, I drew it right back there. It is not a remove from play. Player sends 2 cards from their hand to the graveyard. Wow, interesting. Dark Bribe is a godlike card. This is hard because what am I going to draw into? The problem is that I have to draw a monster. If I'm opting to do this, oh, that's good. That was a good draw. Yeah, we like our hand a lot here. You think so? Yeah, I'll constantly explain. And the problem, like, this game is very fast-paced, so a lot's going on. Yeah, it's really hard to constantly explain. I'll try to explain the more important things of what's going on. Yeah. So, you say you're going to see it a lot. This card right here, Quick Draw Synchron, you can send a monster from your hand to the graveyard, and you can special summon it. Oh, top of the deck. Yeah, it doesn't remove from play. So Wind Blast right here does not remove it. Now, see, this is where we differ in gameplay, right? Because he has a card that combos with this pretty effectively. And monsters. Actually, it's more likely that he has a monster. There's a monster that if you attack with a light... So, is he a light? No, they're both not light. So, I am banking that this is the light monster. Which is risky. I mean, you know what? It won't even matter if he has Torrential anyways. If he has Torrential... Oh, really? I can get rid of this card? This card's weird, right? I don't quite get Junk Archer. They're not even letting me see what this card is, are they? No, they're not. If they have Mirror Force... Oh, no! I griefed it. If they have Mirror Force, Dark Bribe is the only card in my deck that counters it. So, I may have just thrown the game. If they have Mirror Force, then I somehow didn't grief it. Amazing. That was so lucky. So, yeah, Dark Bribe's existence is only to counter Mirror Force. So, we're feeling a little insecure, but our hand is absolutely insane. We just don't want them to do Heavy Storm, man. We don't want Heavy Storm. We don't want a random... So, there's 2 different cards. There's Twister, which the spell card has to be face up. Then there's, like, Tornado? There's another version of this card. Wow. I don't have any cards to stop you, do I? Unfortunate. Where Gecky Break would have been good there. I was pretty content throwing down Dark Bribe. Sure. Well, no, isn't it... Oh, is that? Okay. Let's get rid of that. Is this? Oh, return 1 card your opponent can... See, right there. You gotta learn to read. If you're a TCG gamer, then nothing gets past you. So if I'm under the impression, there is a card that only refers to monsters. This card, Phoenix Wind Blast, or Winged Wind Blast. is any card. So yes, there was a safer way to do that. Right now, we have to be content that they have drawn pretty bad. Yusei's drawn really well. That card goes to defense. Oh, wow. Look at that. Dark Bribe value. So that's the AI doing this. So even if I misplay, the AI typically are a little more turned on than I am. So good for me. Sometimes you want to do that. Sometimes if you're feeling a little insecure, set them up and hope that they do a good play. Normally, though, they'll completely grief it. Like, Dust Tornado, right? Dust Tornado is a really good example of... If I play this card, the AI doesn't care at all. They're going to activate this and immediately sweep whatever card this is. Even if I know it's not a threat, they're all about it. This is very likely GG. That's why I'm just running it down here. Is this a light? It's not a light. Okay, we're good. That's the first one. So they have a card, a monster that if you attack with a light monster, then they can take 2 monsters of yours and send them to the graveyard. Really annoying card. So you need to be careful. You need to be aware of what your opponent has. And you're not attacking into light and doing something on accident. So you'll notice that card where they get to pick an element that all the cards are light. So they have their cheesy little combo that sets your monsters up with the light into that. But we don't gotta think about them anymore. Those are the easiest AI in Yusei's story by far. We typically should not have an issue with them. They draw pretty poor. That's why when they had the Heavy Storm and Torrential, it really surprised me. It made me pretty nervous. Because if they're drawing like that, then Wayne's how competent AI face us. Then we're in trouble, but we'll see. So far, so good. Like I said, the thing about this run is like interpretation, right? It's definitely important to know all that you can do and what all your cards can do. And then it's up to like, okay, what should we have done there? Like, should we have cleared the 4? Like, it wound up not mattering, right? But, like, should we have cleared other cards? Should we have saved everything? A lot of interpretation in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. And the thing about this versus Forbidden Memories is like, you need reading comprehension. I mean, I said it once, and I'll say it again. You need to be able to read. A lot of this game is like, what does this card do? What does that card do? What specificities is going on? So it makes it kind of scary. Does Yusei even like glass? Why do you give him glass? Sometimes you're matched. Sometimes you get so comfortable that Yusei is going to like what you give him that you wind up just getting glass from a vending machine. This is pretty bad. Figures and protectors are kind of a coin flip. We don't want to visit this very often, so we're going to clean up what we have here. He does like the Anarchy card holder. So, either drop. No, it doesn't matter. I only have 2 anyways. Wow, okay, good. Let's go. If you get all the same color, or all the same item, so you notice I got 3 foods, so I got all 3. It's like winning the slots. Then if you have all the same color, you also get that. So, because Yusei likes everything, it probably means we don't need to visit that again. So if you're doing a different playthrough, and you're a little less certain, you have to go back there as many times as you need to. So like maybe for Jack, if you're doing a run, and you're pretty dicey on items, what you have to do is revisit that place after each duel. You'll notice that when you win, you get DP. This kind of looks dark to me, right? Kind of has a skeleton look going on. You have to keep revisiting that to get your DP up and give them items and just keep this process up. They look fire to me. This looks like Gaga Kiko, dude. Lizard Man. Cards are definitely the worst. Followed right behind Math. So these 2 are kind of sketchy. And you always want to pause the thing for a second. It's kind of hard to completely smurf these. Sometimes it's not too bad, but then you have to look for them fast, right? Like we saw 2, we saw the answer was 4. We needed 2 1s, but like, how fast can I get to those? We needed 6 there. How can we put that together really fast? You'd be surprised that you're learning while doing a speed run. Just kind of how gaming works. We're going to keep this up. Like I said, this is nothing in the run right now. This is not stressful. This is not really anything at all. We'll do 2 plus 8. That'll give us 10. You can notice that we're going to need less items. We're going to need to do this less. Just with how the heart acquisition meter goes up. Keep Yusei a happy lad. Keep giving him items that he likes. Or relatively likes. And then you feed these stars, and we just keep going from here. I don't know if I explained it well enough. I can re-explain it. We're trying to get that heart filled, and once it's filled, that will give us a chance to do the event duel, the heart duel. We have 4 of these in the run. We have done 1. Yusei's duels are not the greatest. The first one is the easiest. The second one can be difficult. Like I said, we did a practice run, and Lightning Vortex is like Rigiki, except very nerfed. So you'll discard a card from your hand, and you'll only destroy the face-up monsters. You know what? Is it the face-up attack monsters? I think it's just all face-up. I think it's a face-up attack only, actually. Unlike Rigiki and Forbidden Memories, right? Where you just nuke everything. You have a few stipulations in this game. Still, though, very good card. One of the best cards when we fight Yulester. Yusei has to fight them twice. Primo, the first one we fight, is not as bad. We should, I don't really want to get ahead of myself, though, to be honest. It is all face-ups. Great. That is something that makes us a little worried. We'll be seeing it for sure. But Lightning Vortex is really good. So, I just call them the core. Math is really hard, by the way. Remember, guys. Stay in school. We're gonna mash here. If we're taking too long, we just gotta give up, dude. We can't do math. We gotta move on. Let's go ahead and get these 2 hearts filled out. Get to our second duel. So, Sherry and Visor are a good bait team, right? Because you'll face them once and think they're the biggest scrubs on Earth. But the more you duel them, the more you realize how insane their decks are. And if they just draw into really good stuff. Like, Visor for a while was a complete fish and drew really poor. But all of the practice this weekend, he's been getting all of his warriors out, all of his synchros out. None of the stuff we like. I don't think I can even stop him either. I think he's going to get it again. You do not want to get stuck in the gameplay loop of losing. Absolutely not. Pretty terrifying. Like I said, another reason why playing Yusei is a little dangerous, you want to fight fish. You want to fight AI that are just pretty incompetent. And so, me dueling against these two is not a good definition of that. These guys are pretty scary. We do like to go first. But I say that at a limit because sometimes it doesn't matter, right? Sometimes this game just is ready to completely do some weird stuff. Man, Yusei's been getting this so much. It's so bad. Not much you can do here. Look, again, there it is. He's getting all his warriors out. We just don't want him to play a card. Okay, that's weak. We just don't like when he plays cards and then special summons more cards. It's something Yusei does, right? If you play a card, then special summon a tuner, or other way around. This is not really good value here, but we're trying to push for damage here. We just don't want that to be torrential. Okay, it's not. Something that... Oh, Mirror Force, for real though. Very not great. This is not bad to play here. What are the chances that Sherry has a card called Heavy Storm? Sherry, I swear. If your starting hand has Heavy Storm, or even any removal and you pick this card, then the AI is cheating. Nope, this looked like a pretty instant turn. Unless she has Mirror Force. Unless they both drew into Mirror Force, which would be terribly unlucky. And you know, Yusei's not attacking. His hand is pretty bad. Man, this is the problem with Tag Force, right? This is the problem with Yusei. Like this, if he doesn't do anything, then how do we possibly win? Like, are we almost better off just FFing here because he drew poor? These are the types of things you gotta consider. It's not a bad option, honestly. Honestly, you know what? So turn 5. So the later the Tag Force is, the earlier you can FF. I guess they kind of put that together. If this is Mirror Force, we FF. We FF to get out. Already, this is crazy. Like, we're gonna get nuked here really hard. So if he removes... I like that. No, I'm perfectly okay with that. Yusei did that as well. We had 4 monsters on the field, and just went for the straight value. Destroyed all their field. So, good for me. That works out really well. The problem is that Yusei... Oh, man, that would have been a good time to do that, huh? The problem, me griefing that, even if I wanted to save that, Yusei is going to do it right away. Here, I'll just show you. That is why we just lost 1900 for no reason there. Yusei is going to instantly play this to get rid of this card. Sure, it'll be faster when he does it. AI does love to use your... Oh, no, don't prove me wrong here. Oh, he proved me wrong there. Well, got me. If he plays it here, that'd be kind of silly. But honestly, the value in doing that's not bad. But nope, not happening. You said trust what I'm doing, for better or worse. I said it was going to happen, so yep, there it is. Let's go ahead and play. We do have a normal trap card. We can boost this guy up. Something you'll notice from other runners, you want to push for damage all the time, right? All the time. So there's a world where right now I would want to put this in attack mode and push for damage. I want to play relatively safe. I don't want to keep this guy as a tuner anyway. So there's a lot of, like I said, you're going to agree, disagree. There's always a lot of things going on in a run like this. When there's a lot more thinking required, right? Interesting. If I had this card out, it wouldn't be too bad. Yes, it's hard to consider that being an option, especially when Sherry doesn't polarize that often anyways. We're relying on Yusei to summon the Nitro Warrior. Is that it? He has a lot of opportunities here to synchro summon something, but honestly, Nitro Warrior, Junk Destroyer, and he's not synchro anything, so yeah, this is bad. There's a few things with 2800 that he can synchro summon. This kind of goes back to the, should we have FF? We still have a chance, do we? And this is not Future Fusion. So some cards will tie their existence to another card. So I can still Twister. And if you remove the cards, like Future Fusion, if this summoned Saint Joanne right here, I would be able to destroy it because it's tagged to a card. And this is looking like an FF. To be fair, we had a chance to FF earlier. Like I said, there's always a bunch of interpretation in a run like this. Unless I draw Lightning Vortex? Interesting game. Very interesting game. I think that was the only card there that I could have drawn to save the day. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, okay, that's fine. So I don't want to do this, but we're gonna lose, so we're doing this. This guy is a great card. If you tribute 3 monsters, then you remove every card that your opponent has in the field. So we really like to play this card with a lot of tributes, but we gotta push for damage, we gotta live. I mean, they blew everything, right? They're out of steam. You have no cards left, Sherry. Just lose. Unfortunately, I think Visor's hand is crazy. So I think Visor can still clutch out. What card is that, Sherry? Nothing. Alright. Looking pretty good. It's up to Visor to carry. And I think he, his hands... Wow. I mean, there's no way he doesn't win this, right? But we did all we could. We top decked the one card we needed to win this. I don't like that. That's a tuner. He's gonna synchro summon here. Something 2300, right? That's his favorite thing to go to. Yusei just not having anything. So like I said, you're with an AI partner, and you just need them to do something, right? I mean, I barely kept us alive here. Visor just carried that so hard. We have a generous estimate for a reason, but we're still very sad to get smurfed on with AI. Part of the run is just hoping that they draw bad. We draw good. We need Yusei to do something. Especially in a marathon setting, it'd be great if he got any of his synchro monsters out. We like hands that have a good balance of monster and magic. So this hand's not too bad. This is a lot of magic and trap removal though, you know? We got Mirror Force right away. You just never know. Could be Mirror Force again. Scrap Iron. I mean, this is a weird hand. If we get some Torrential Tribute, okay, that's fine. So much for that. That's not bad, because he got this to protect himself. We'll be able to destroy that unless it's Mirror Force. Unless it's Mirror Force. So, here we go for it. She ain't got nothing. We take it. This card is kind of weird because you lose attack power once they attack you. We're in a weird spot here. What is he going to do? Like I said, the problem with Dust Tornado is that the AI just use it. This is a weird card for them. They'll feel excessive need to just use it right away. Not bad value. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I just don't want... I don't want him to get set up, dude. He's doing something. He's going to tune something. Still got that card out. Well, no, he drew it instead of summoning it. Does he kill it here? Minus 400, 1400, yep. Basic math tells us that thing dies. So we had the option to play Compulsory there, too. Like I said, a lot of... You can totally... Oh, no, he's going to Torrential this for sure. You can jot that as a misplay, honestly. That's okay value, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Torrential is a scary, dumb card. The AI will just always, always, always just nuke everything. There's your Mirror Force. See, there's no reason to quick play that, because I cannot stop Mirror Force with this card. That is what's very sad. We're pretty good here. Scrap Iron Current, that'll protect us from an attack. We still want to probably put Compulsory down, but I don't like Heavy Storm. I don't like Heavy Storm. I don't like having good cards removed. We're playing around certain things right now, you know? Besides that Mirror Force, it's not been too crazy. We haven't seen Sherry do Sherry things yet. You say it's been okay, but it's pretty limp, right? Like, not much going on. No monsters, no... Even they're not doing much, to be honest, so it's kind of up to me right now. I mean, what could that be? This card is odd. We'll go over this as soon as I bop this thing real fast. Nope, don't need to shrink it. I didn't get destroyed either. So we wonder what that card is. Your opponent cannot activate any... Okay, yeah. Pretty useless value there. So this one's weird. When an effect monster is activated, you got a tribute. And then I'll destroy something as well. All compulsory. But I have Scrap Iron Scarecrow, so it's fine. Playing around Heavy Storm, Giant Trunade, cards that would clear these up is fine. One of the issues, though, is like, we've had compulsory value several times right now, and we just haven't had an opportunity. But going back to this card, this is a scary card. If I play an effect monster, this guy will negate my own effect monster. I wonder why... Why did they do that? See, once I do, if I activate this guy's effect, then I will destroy myself, which is so scary. Did I miss something? I'm a little weirded out here. Did I miss something? Did I miss something, guys? Okay, alright. Well, so... she buffed me to kill her own monster. I don't know if I can really explain that one, but... I went ahead and killed her monster. So right there, that was what I was talking about. So this thing got summoned, and its effect automatically activates. So Doom Caliber doesn't like that, and it just destroys itself. It does take a monster... Oh man, you say you're killing me, dude. I mean, it's really hard to do something right now. You can see the future, right? Like I had that card played out, not specifically for that, but it worked out. So you're just thinking about things like that constantly in this run. I am putting down compulsory this turn. Here's the thing. I've been trying to save this card the entire time. Does me putting it down once mean that this guy top decks Heavy Storm? And the answer is... no. No top deck. We just need Yusei to do anything right now. Anything to help us out win this duel. Relying a lot on me and my draws. It's still relying a lot on me and my draws. We can combo this with lethal. Okay. Oh, my bad. Completely forgot. This is the anti-mirror force, anti-lightning vortex. That's almost lethal. I cannot activate this card right away. If you know how to do math, what is that, 4,300? So it's really good. Oh man, this would have been even better. I don't really trust Yusei either. And 1k is not enough to kill here. I don't trust Yusei. Sorry, Yusei, I'm putting that out. Okay. Just rely on the AI to have nothing. That's all. We don't even need to activate this thing, but whatever. Just in case. Go ahead and... if this thing gets face damage, you can discard 2 cards. Remove them from play, it looks like, right? So, there's a card, Mary, that they have. If that thing is in the graveyard... oh. Tremendous. Sometimes not bad to press that. Oh, that's it? Okay, well. A pretty good counter to this guy. She just took those cards I removed from play. And all she did was put them back in the graveyard. So I guess a chance for Visor. Oh, to do something weird. Too bad we have the one and only Stardust Dragon. Stardust Dragon is a pretty funny card. You can negate spell, trap, or an effect monster. And once you get done with that, guess what? Oh, he's not back? I guess I didn't cycle that properly. Normally if you negate it, I thought you could immediately put Stardust Dragon back on the field and cycle him again. We kind of have no choice there. Well, no, because of what she's doing. Oh. Oh, because of... oh, you have to actually Synchro Summon it. Or no, not Synchro Summon it. You can't Synchro Summon that monster. There's a weird way that card functions. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you can't conventionally Synchro Summon that with... actually, what am I doing? I can just play Compulsory. Yeah, that's face. That's lethal. Okay. Yeah, because Stardust Dragon is an 8-star Synchro Summon, right? But on the card, I thought you said that you can't Synchro Summon it through the conventional means. Stardust Dragon's an interesting card. Nah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like, this is... there's a lot going on. Like I said, it's TCG, right? If you're really intuitive about Yu-Gi-Oh! And you know a lot about it, I kind of said it, you have to think about, like... this is a very involved game and a very involved run. We have a pretty generous estimate, so right now, we're on pretty good track. We did lose So we lost to the Goons, then we lost to the Goons again. 2 losses there. We gotta say no to Yusei, by the way. We're trying to do dating sim stuff with Yusei, and if he's on our team, we can't do any of that. So we have to deny him. We're gonna play the minigame again, then we're gonna go right back into the pit. Right back into dueling. So for now, we're taking our short little break, which isn't really a break. Just a lot of stimulation right now, seeing what's going on. We're always happy to get these easy cards, right? I see 4 faces. Looks like a 4-face beast to me. I mean, if it's not water, then what is it? We'll go do some math. These should be 4 cards, right? No, it's only 3. We like it when it's 3 cards instead of 4. The additional math hurts our feelings. And we can do it much faster with less cards. Like I said, our only thing is like, if we see the math fast, we still need to find the cards in a reasonable time, right? If you know how synchro summoning works, we're just taking a tuner, a non-tuner, and making a synchro monster. You saw the end product was a 4. We need the tuner. But now that we're out of there, we're gonna go do the pipe game, which is the easiest one of the 3 in my opinion. It gets a little harder with the pre-pipes, that's what I call them. So you notice right now on the map, there's pipes already there. They typically are just there to get in your way. If you know how the map works, you can totally send it. We're looking top left. You tend to get into a flow. Because it's Yusei, because he's the nicest guy ever, he won't say no to any of our items. We're very unlikely to need to go back to the downtown district. I'll kind of re-explain it. If we have somebody like Jack and our item management was bad and he wasn't liking our gifts, then we have to go back there and get some more stuff. He does like the straw hat. No, we don't get any cards. We used a starting template deck for this, and we modify it with 2 cards, and that's it. That's all we do for Tag Force 5. Which, that leaves a lot of it down to just dueling, you know? Because you don't do much. You're spamming through all of this. We're gonna keep doing this. The only real difficulty, like I said, is dueling and S8 math. Yeah, you'll never see Yusei. I would like to see the starter dragon again. It really depends. So we fight Ylister now, the big baddies. These guys are incredibly grimy. They have their core, right? Their machine. All 3 members of Ylister are trying to... That's okay with Yusei. We just don't want to use another item. We want to cap here, but... I think him not liking that depends. Oh, wow, nice clutch. Alright, good. 2 more duels. Yeah, you definitely want to know the cards, know how they function, know your enemy's decks inside and out. Know what all the cards they do, know what all your cards can do, know what the AI partner is going to do, right? One of the problems with Tag Force 5? So in Tag Force 3, you can see your AI partner's hand. So you can generally play around it, and you can kind of expect what they're going to do. It's a nice little touch. So Tag Force 5 came after 3, and they decided to take that feature away. They wanted some mystery, I guess. I don't know. So now we can't see what they have in their hands. Although at this rate, we can suppose that Yusei just doesn't have anything good ever, right? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. If I can carry these, if he can get them Starlight Road value, it was still a good option to negate that Lightning Vortex. Because the alternative is just that instead of 1 monster dying, 2 die, so I'm still okay with that call. I don't think it was a misplay. Still though, it hurts to not know, right? Oh, Mirror Force. Once again, Yusei is going to turn 1 Mirror Force. Actually, no, Primo doesn't play monsters. Like I said, they have the core. All they really do with the core is they're trying to destroy monsters. I don't know what that dingus is gonna do, you know? It would be sad if this was the attack twice to destroy it card. Yep. Unlucky. So this is a rare instance of attacking with this, which if you're thinking about it, so I knew that it could have been that, right? I was thinking about that card quite a bit. Now, Dean does not have the core. So, if this guy was to destroy that, it's fine. Because it won't summon the machine. Primo's looking for a way... I mean, is he going to attack? What's going on here? This thing is 1400. Now it's 3k? I may have no choice. Mirror Force not... No, I can't... Oh, no. Actually, I can Mirror Force. Actually. No, it's attack punch. Let's just do this one instead. No. I'll Mirror Force it. I'll save this up. Like I said, you gotta be thinking about... You as the player, is that the right call, you know? Do I Phoenix? Do I that? Do I let this thing get destroyed? Do I Lightning Vortex? So many different options, so many different ways to play this game. But like I said, the number one thing we just care about is this card. We'd never want them to get the machine out. Which it looks like Yusei is going to destroy it right now. Interesting. So he didn't want to get outplayed. Mirror Force, maybe? You want to destroy that so bad? I mean, we just don't know what the AI is thinking, right? I can tell you what I'm thinking and what I'm trying to play around. Here's the thing, though. Some of these guys are going to always just use cards when they're available. Dust Tornado will be the best example of that. Interesting. I have nothing here to protect you. I mean... I'll be able to take care of it. Alright, it's 2k now because of that card. That's not too bad. Hammer Shot value is kind of sketch. Like I said, it will destroy your own monster. Oh man, I would have shot boosted the things back. You gotta be careful. You cannot get speedrun brain. Sometimes you're more concerned with going fast instead of playing properly. So when you summon this card, you can discard from play as a trap or a spell. But once you do that, I'm playing this for Yusei. He's gonna instantly pop it, but that's fine. So we could have given this 300 attack right there, just to push for a little more damage. It'll go away after a turn. There's a chance that Yusei just boosted anyways. Nah, you got it. This looks pretty good. Dean's hands have been really bad so far. That's good. This could be Mirror Force. I mean, I don't know. I think he went through the trouble of Phoenix Wing. Oh, okay. Wow, he really did not want this card to exist. He was really scared of this nothing card. You saw the way Yusei just went ahead and activated that? And this thing will keep its attack until our turn, which is nice. We're in pretty good shape. What we don't want to happen is Primo destroying his own monster. How strong are these things? Really pathetic. Like, Torrential? I guess, does this even have Torrential? I guess there's a chance, right? That would be annoying. Not bad. What card did you play, Primo? I'm thinking that Primo played a card that would destroy his core. So this annoying core card, right? Limit reverse. No. Slam it on the field. That's fine. The core is annoying. If it gets destroyed by... If it was for a battle? I thought it wasn't battle. Core's scary anyway. Sorry, we're jumping a little bit thinking about this card. Because the way I'm reading it is not how it functions. Because you're trying to not destroy it with a trap card, a spell card, a magic card. You're trying to destroy it in battle. This looks pretty promising. How many was that? Was that 8 for Natural Warrior? Oh, there's a Stardust Dragon. That's lethal. We win. Being a little excessive right now. We won already. But Yusei's, here's Junk Warrior. If you like the anime, that's the lad himself. The Junk Warrior. Yeah, if the car dies by that, then they get to summon the machine. Which, we fight both members of Yellowster. And there's like 3 types of the machine. And I think that both members of Yellowster have both machines. Because I think I saw Jacob summon both. Or I saw Lester summon both. So it kind of makes this next fight a nightmare. But honestly, I mean, first try Jacob. Well, that's Primo, sorry. Very good. I don't know why you say BM there. He's starting to flex because he had a good game. It's fine. He's allowed to do that. He feels the end in sight. One more duel. I mean, we take that. Shoot, we did much less that time, and Yusei did a lot more. He had everything out. But I'll tell you, Dean, right? So that AI buddy that Primo had to work with was so bad. So we just take that. If you draw port, what are you going to do? Even the AI draws port. You just lose. I'm sorry. That's how this works. If you're really all about it, these games definitely embrace the reset hell kind of mentality. That's kind of speedrunning in general, right? Non-stop resetting all the time. But in a game as heavy as Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, like, okay, so if I minimized the outplays, the misplays, like I said, you can have a pretty enriched knowledge of everything going on, but you need to go next level, you know? Having like a good surface understanding will not get you as far as someone that just has all the knowledge. You want to play tight. You want to play tight, don't misplay. And like I said, I'll agree with... I mean, I see time stream, right? You see the dino going back in time. Let's do some math here. 5 plus 3 is 8. Like I said, normally we would need to go revisit the downtown district to go back to the item machine and get more items for this. But because it's Yusei, we just don't need as much. So we do save the time of having to go back to the downtown district. That is a big advantage of this. So like, if you're just a Yu-Gi-Oh! Smurf, that was a good example. Like, if you definitely know all the cards, you know what's going on, then perfect. Then you gotta pick up on stuff like this, right? Like this right here, though. You know, in speedruns, there's things that anyone can do, which some people like and some people hate, you know? I don't mind it as much. This, to me, is more of... if you have the endurance to play a game where the AI will rob you blind all the time. And something you gotta be ready for. We're pretty good right now. We're gonna finish this up, give Yusei some items he likes. And we're gonna fight Yellowster. 2 members. So we got really lucky there. Like I said, it didn't matter if the AI buddy destroyed the core because he doesn't have the machine in his deck. But I'm to believe that both members of Yellowster have both machines in their deck. So if Jacob plays the core and Lester destroys it, then he'll summon the machine, which, you know, normally shouldn't. Because they should all have their own machine, right? So we're hoping that stuff like that doesn't happen. It's the 5 pieces. It is an insane thing. It's really hard to avoid when you play this campaign with Yusei. When you fight Yellowster at all, honestly, it would be quite easy to explain it once you see it. The machine is just a bad time for us. And like I said, the number 1 way that they get the machine out is destroying their core themselves. And they can do it quite a lot. We're looking for 3 to make the Stardust Dragon. I don't know if 2 is going to be enough here. We can give Yusei enough items here to finish this off. This looks like Earth to me. Plants. We cap off right there? Nah. That was not Earth, by the way. Oops. Alright, we're good. Here we go. Here we go. Last duel. Honestly, we're pretty happy. I mean, we lost twice. This game is cruel. Yusei's not the best of all time, right? Still a huge fan. I still am a huge fan of the gift system, right? Like, if we're gonna do anything, I do not want to be fumbling with that. I'm sorry, we go to the frontier. I'm just goofing. The outer rim, sorry, the frontier is different. Pretty much the same layout, though. The two homies. So, Jacob's a nasty-looking dude. He's got that hair growing out of his eyeball. Very Yu-Gi-Oh! Looking character, in my opinion. Not a fan. He has such stall cards. He's terrible to fight. He's absolutely terrible to fight. Kind of like the way Luna functions. He's got like Messenger of Peace, Gravity Binds. There's this card, if your monster is 6 stars or higher, you cannot attack. My hand is really whack right now, by the way. I mean, what is this? If you ask me what this is, look at, there it is, I just said it. All face-up level 6 or higher can't attack. Right on rip, dude. Right in his opening hand. So I'm supposing that this is a card that will destroy this and summon the machine. And I think Lester's gonna do it. Let's see. I'm probably being too pessimistic here. These guys are not really about monsters and value. Oh. Now I get stalled out forever. The issue here is... I mean, I feel so many bad things coming. There's really no value even putting this down, to be honest. I do want the value just in case Yusei decides to think of something clever. In the event that, as unlikely as it is, he synchros something later with it, and they don't destroy it, I feel like something goofy is going to happen. Oh, okay. And you're going to attack that. This is not good value. The machine is something to be very careful of. And Widespread Ruin can deal with it. Oh. He just showed off his rat. It's a big rat. It's a big rat. Interesting. He didn't want to synchro summon again. I am confused at Yusei's lack of want to synchro summon stuff. Because 7 right here summons Junk Archer. I guess this right here. We are fine, because this thing's attack. We can destroy this guy. We'll summon this to get the other guy out. And then we'll skip to the next turn. I've messed with Tag Force 3. Did play that one quite a bit. It's a lot more dueling. Overall, I found Tag Force 5 a little easier to focus. 4 duels versus, like, 10. There's a lot of duels in Tag Force 3 to grind to get the stars you need. The hearts. I played through Tag Force 2, like, a few times. That run is pretty painful. If you like to work on your timing, that run is something else. So like I said, the Mortarion... If you studied what the Mortarion was doing, you would have a pretty good... You know what? I bet that's core. Oh, wow. How lucky. But Yusei totally griefed it. Because he has so many monsters in the field, he can't get Stardust Dragon out. That is really good, because I guarantee that 4 was right here. Please attack and prove me right. Is he doing something else here? Is that another Junk Warrior? Oh, nice. I mean, look at this. This is a crazy, crazy turn. If they remove this, we definitely lose. We definitely should FF. No way. What do you do? There's no outplay there. Dark Bribe. Dark Bribe is the outplay there. I never drew it. And Yusei doesn't have it in his deck, to my knowledge. Very tragic. That's kind of the annoying part. That's with Jack. That's with... When these guys just do crazy turns like that. I want to prove that this is core. Yep. Oh, that's not even core. That was just the head. Okay, weird. I'm not doing anything here. Fissure here is not bad. I don't need to play that. I hate Burn of the Mighty. Like I said, this guy is always trying to stall. Burn of the Mighty, like, look at the stars your monster has. Minus 100 for every single one. So, 1300 minus 400. He's went to attack mode? You don't want to see what that is? Core is really weak. It just has to be attacked twice. Cyber Valley's annoying too. I'm attacking. I don't know what this guy's doing. Because I know this is core. And if it's not, that's fine. And I'll just destroy it. Yeah, told you. We need to remove this car as often as possible. It would be very annoying. That's not too bad to... It's not too bad to fissure this, honestly. Something about this card here... It will end your attack phase once you attack that monster. Do I want to have Twister? I think I want... I don't know. See, this is where you gotta think about it, too. Like, what is Yusei gonna do? Actually, this is not bad. Because Burn of the Mighty, right? If they play a monster and they're trying to nuke me, I might be able to save them. They're just so weak. These monsters don't have a lot of attack, so they're pretty vulnerable to most things. Momonga, that's a card Jacob loves. It's a mask with 1,000 attack. You'll see him play that card a bunch. So, we're gonna see, we have a few options here. What is Yusei gonna synchro summon? Probably something 7 for Junk Archer, right? But he has shown his obsessiveness with... Does he have a 3rd Junk Warrior? That was 8, right? So Nitro Warrior? Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. His Nitro Warrior might be 7, though. Yeah, Junk Destroyer is definitely 8. I keep forgetting about Junk Destroyer every time. Really good. This is awesome for us right now. Dark Bribe top deck would have been incredibly godlike. I believe we have lethal here if... No, do we? If you do math, 3,900. Yeah, that's lethal. As long as you don't have something weird. Is that it? Uh-oh. Can we do math properly? 3,900? That's not lethal, is it? Oh, look at this card. That's why I used it. Didn't do anything. Oh, dumb. You're right. The organism is still out there. There's Core. That's a nasty card. Almost. I mean, geez. I got way too excited. The adrenaline was pumping. Do you have some way to destroy that, Jacob? Do you have some way to destroy your card and win you the game? The answer looks like no. But we don't have enough attacks to completely end this yet. It's gonna have to come back to me. I don't think he top decked something cool there. I'm in favor of getting rid of Core. You don't know what they're doing. Whatever. I prefer they keep playing bad cards, though. No trap cards. Goodbye. Oh, man. This is going to be stalling for these guys to make a comeback. That is not what we want to happen. We're getting there. I mean, we are getting there. We don't even lose sleep putting Metamorph down. Now, if this is 2K, then I misplayed. Nope. He played his core card. So you notice that they both have different cores, right? This is kind of what I was trying to explain. I believe that both members of Yoster have both versions of core in their deck. I think. Is that it? We could be coming up on time here, as long as this is not an insane card. Time would be when the you win pops up. So, he's not stopping me. Uh-oh. This might be it. You better have some kind of miracle. Nope. Alright, time's coming up. Time is coming up on you win here. And time. Nice. Good, good. Let's go! Ooh, very good. 115 was my original estimate for this game, so I am glad to not have pushed it to 140. That would be crazy. Wow, 2 insane duels against Yillister. We did lose to the Goons. We lost to the police force. We did lose to Broken Sherry and her busted partner Visor. But clean duels against Gillister. Yusei even got to do all this junk stuff. We didn't get to see the Junk Destroyer attack a single time, but very good. Very good. Very happy. The host can attest, you know, they were watching me do some practice stuff. This game is cruel. Yu-Gi-Oh! Speedrunning is cruel. Trying to go fast, you know, you're thinking about a lot of things. Your focus is shook. You're constantly like, what's safe? What's not safe? Is this a bad play? Is that a bad play? We're very happy with that. We're very happy with that. Thank you, Yusei. Got to prove his marathon worth. Like I said, he's not the best character by far. He duels against some nasty opponents, but we're very glad to see him clutch it out there. Awesome. Good time. So, kind of the same spiel. I want to thank the ASF Discord a lot. You know, those guys are awesome. They're good motivation. It's the reason why we're here in a host. I keep calling it the host hotel. It's the host apartment, you know. We're here at Shrimps right now. We got Glitch 2. All three of us have been rotating our host duties out. It's definitely been a long grind. So we're happy to see this through to the end. I'm very happy to have gotten to do a second run. You know, we had our little bonus time. So after watching the Forbidden Maze, like, I'm nothing compared to those guys. Those guys are absolutely insane. And the commentary that Nate and Vash did was also really awesome. So it is cool to put in a run to show off some Tag Force. This game, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! At its finest. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! At its core. So you saw some of the unfortunate stuff, but you got to see some of the highlights too. So I'm pretty happy to see the run have gone this way. Thanks a lot to... chat was pretty fun. Thanks a lot to you guys. Like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a TCG. You know, you're going to know about it whether you play it or not. You're going to know what a lot of these cards do. So it's pretty cool to see a lot of people communicating, knowing what all the cards do, knowing all the monsters. And if you like 5D's, the anime, right, you get to see Yusei do some of this cool stuff. This is definitely a stressful run. Like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh! Speedrunning is definitely its own stress source. But yeah, it's great. We can let credits play out here. I don't have too much. Just another shout out to all the volunteers. I always feel like we need to mention those guys. We have a lot of people in the Discord helping out with setups. You know, we've been changing around all the run titles, all the information. We've been doing a lot of work for this marathon. So it's almost done. We're almost done. We're almost out of here. So it's going to be awesome to see this put to bed. Hope you guys have had a good marathon. Hope you got to see a game or two, a runner or two. That was a great time. But, yeah. Thanks once again. So this is FinalCrash. ASF Marathon. Enjoy the rest of the time.
But for some reason, you get a big hike.
You lost. Alright, so here, there's no way to speed this one up. You just gotta...